change oil day.
Yep.
It'd definitely change oil day on the F-350 6.2 liter. Gonna put it up on the put it up here and get to the oil change. So here we go. What's up? So what I use is 7 quarts Mobil 1 5W20. That's what was in there before, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's get underneath. And I got a new oil pan here, the huge one. This is the 4.5 gallon, because I almost had a disaster last time I tried to change oil. My oil pan was way too small for what I have in here, and I almost made a disaster on this new concrete. So there we go. Let's get underneath and drain some oil. So we're underneath here. Got what do I have here? Got to be careful because I just had this thing running. Got a 17 millimeter. It seems a little big. Let me see if I have something smaller here. What's this one here? 17 mil. Here's a 15. 15's too small. What do we got? 5/8. 5/8 is dead on. Alright, so we got a 5/8 here. Let me get the ratchet. Alright. So yep, 6.2 liter. This is a 2011. So let's start draining this oil out here, huh? What do we got to do here? Wrong way. Yep, other way. Nope, other way. Oh, I had that on there tight. Alright, so we'll start draining that oil off. Like I said, I'm doing this in the yard because I almost made a huge mess before. First off, I had way too small of a pan for 7 quarts. And guess what? I forgot to put my glove on. I have a glove, so we got to get that oil filter off anyway. So let me go get the oil filter and get my glove on, and we'll pick back up here. Alright, so got my glove on, and we're draining away here. As you can see, pretty brown. Nothing terrible. It smells like it's used. Doesn't smell fresh anymore. But all good. Glad I'm doing it in the yard. But yep, 7 quarts. That's what these 6.2 liters get. So put that there. I've got my K&N filter this time. Last time I had a Mobil 1. Oh, let me get this underneath that drippage. Last time I used Mobil 1 oil filter. Thought I'd switch to a K&N this time. I have no idea why. It was just what I thought I'd use. So all good. Yep, something different. So we'll let that drain for a little bit. Still got plenty of room in there. That's what I'm glad. This must be for like a diesel. Yeah, that's all I can think of. It's probably used for a diesel engine. But make sure you've got a big enough pan on these 6.2 liters. I've always had a 5.4 liter or a 5 liter. Or even back in the day when I did all my oil changes regularly, which I'm getting back into the groove of, I had Rangers. I'm a Ford guy. So back in the day I had a Ranger, 4 liters. V6s, loved them. And I know Ford's bringing back the Ranger, which I love to hear. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. But make sure you got a big enough oil pan. So I got this one off Amazon. Yep, obviously plenty of room. Glad I got it. So we'll let this drip. I'm gonna get this old, oh boy, that's on there. That's on there. I'm gonna have to get a rag. Yep. All right. Next step, get that oil filter off. Whew. Making progress. Had to dig out my tool here. That thing was on there way too tight for me to loosen it by hand. But as you can see, drip is like 1 drip now. So we're down to literally nothing. So all good. I just loosened this up. You can see my Mobil 1 oil filter there. So I'm going to let that drain. I love the filters that are on their side. It would be so much easier to drain these where you didn't actually have oil dripping on your hands while you're undoing it. But alright, Ford, you had some reason for that, having an upside down oil filter. All good. So I'm going to let this drain out, get that oil filter off, get my new K&N filter in there. I'm going to put my nut back on. I don't have a new crush washer, so Fishy Comics, if you're watching, yeah, I know you always did your new crush washer on your vehicles, but I don't have a new crush washer. But all right, next step, moving on. Got the nut back in. I've got my filter off and cleaned. So now we're going to put the new one on and go from there. So time for the new K&N filter, and right here it is, new K&N going on. Boy, and I just remembered one of the main reasons I wanted to switch to K&N. You can use a regular nut driver to get it off instead of an oil puller. Yep, new K&N on, nut back on and tight, so we are good to go. I'm going to get the truck off of here, kind of clean up this mess down here that I have accumulated many oil rags and the oil filters down there. Move my pan out of the way. We'll put the oil in them in the old buckets after we drain it, or after we fill it up. So that's the next step. All right, moving on. Not much to the step. Put the oil in and check the oil. So I've got my 7 quarts of 5W20 Mobil 1, and we'll go from there. So there it is, 5W20, 7 quarts. So we'll put that in the truck, and pretty simple operation, and we'll go from there. Almost done, but I've got this thing up on those ramps. It's hard to even reach up when this thing's lifted 4 inches. This thing was stock 4 inches up, so I'm way up there. Fun. That's the complexity. All right, conclusion. Oil's changed. Time to clean up the mess. Yeah. 2011 F-350 6.2 liter oil change in the books for 2017. So good for another year. Mobil 1, 5W20, 7 quarts in. All right, thanks for watching.